What's up, poopy pants? I can't sleep, and I'm a little bit bored. And I thought it'd be a good time to get together. Just give me a second, okay? You guys all working tomorrow? I'm supposed to be working, but I have a hard time sleeping at night, and then I have a harder time waking up in the morning. So that kind of fucks me up. And I've got to be up at 4 a.m., but I don't usually stroll into work till about 9. So it's starting to become a problem. Ripping a bong. No, unfortunately, I'm not really into that stuff. But I mean, if you are, that's cool too. So are you guys all off tomorrow? I thought, since the holidays are around, I thought it's nice. I like live streams, so it'd be nice that we just kind of hang out. Chad in the house. Let me look at these. Fragrance Journey, Rich Mitch, Rada, McGill, Wagwan Brethren, Sean, and the Elf Speedo. How are you? I'm good. I'm good, actually. I went to go visit my mom. It was like I came home from work and God, that means I forgot to put the clothes in the dryer. Clothes are wet in the washing machine. They're gonna get stinky. I call my mom and she's like, "Do you want to come over?" I'm making some cabbage rolls, and I'm like, I don't know. I do and I don't, and I don't want to leave the house, and I've got stuff to do. But after I kind of cleared all my business, I ran over there and had 3 massive cabbage rolls and some chocolate almonds and some chips. What happened? What do you mean, what happened? What's up, Arnold? How's that going? That is a colossal shite. What did I miss? Like, what is a colossal shite? Oh, no, I didn't go for shit. No. I know what you're talking about. Hi from Pakistan. What's up, Pakistan? What's going on, Alex Chu? I'm actually brewing a coffee, and that's going to help me sleep even less. Whack pack. Looks like a horror movie. What the fuck are you guys talking about? What did I miss here? Umberto, hello. Hey, sugar tits. It's funny. I actually call my 8-year-old sugar tits. Yeah, I'm supposed to go into work too, but I'm still like, do I want to go? I just want to stay here and kind of watch TV till 4 in the morning and fuck work, but priorities and responsibilities. It's got to be late as shit here. It is. It's 11 o'clock. It's just past 11. Brewing a coffee is a massive shit. Yeah, brewing a coffee is going to give me a huge shit. Yo, quit nuking you channel, eugenius. I like to go back and watch your shit posts. What does that mean? What's up, Eugene? I'm good, Dr. Gonzo. Did I try Saharoff's fried? You know what? It's surprisingly good. It's much better than I had expected. I'll tell you that. The opening has a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of freshness, and then once you get past that, it's pretty clear sailing. So, um, it's not at all challenging or insanely complex, but it is probably better than 90% of the things that you're going to find at Macy's or anything similar. And I haven't worn it yet, like officially worn it. No. The videos will be coming back soon. You know what? I took them down because when I act like an idiot, they cause like. When I act like an idiot in my videos, they cause like this fucking chaos in my personal life, and they weigh heavy on me. So, I take them down just to kind of clear my head. But I'll put them back. I have a ton of other videos that I've recorded that I haven't made public yet, but they're just basically unboxing videos. And I don't know if that's something that interests you guys. One is an unboxing of Dawn when I got Dawn. One is an unboxing. I picked up a couple of the limited edition Frederic Malle bottles, the ones with the colors on them. And I picked up, it was a Musk Ravageur haul. So I picked up the body butter, the body and hair oil. I picked up the shower cream. I picked up the hair mist and 100 ml bottle of Musk Ravageur. I've got that unboxing. So maybe I'll make those live maybe during the holidays. Would you like to smell date for men? Yeah, I wouldn't mind smelling it. I wouldn't mind smelling it at all, actually. Alex Chu. Yeah, maybe Alex Chu, you can come over and we can have you on the sofa here. I'm looking to have guys on the sofa. If you guys are ever strolling through Toronto, if you're a creator, a YouTube creator, a perfume creator, or even just a fan of perfume, feel free to contact me and come by. I love having guys here. I love having guests here. I've spoken to a few people, and I kind of have plans to have a few people here on the sofa and just kind of have a dialogue. Sent to the day, Promise. Daniel, I think you're the one that just picked up Promise, right? And really liking it. What's in the cabbage roll? It's basically ground beef and rice mixed up and rolled up in a leaf of cabbage, which we call sarma. I was just talking to somebody, an Armenian, and she called it sarma, and I'm like, that's so funny because I'm Croatian and we call it sarma as well. Yeah, okay, so we'll hook up, Alex, and you can bring your date for men. So you know what? Something's actually really funny, and I never mentioned this before, but Jeremy had sent me an email, or at least somebody that I thought it was Jeremy, first time ever. He had contacted me and said, "Hey, do you want to review my fragrance? And at first I thought it was Victor Wang or one of the Whack Pack playing a trick on me, and I ignored it for a few days. And I'm like, no, I'm not falling for this. It's just like one of these idiots fucking around with me. And then I just kind of followed, like I went back into the email, and it was a Gmail account, I believe it was. And I kind of followed it back, and I was like, this actually might be him. So 3 or 4 days later, I respond, and he's like, all right, great. I'll send you a bottle. And nothing's ever come of it. I guess he kind of might have figured out, what my channel was all about. And he's like, yeah, I better not. So I see a lot of other guys that gotten their bottles. I see Robes has got his bottle of, I'm not sure if he got Date or if he got Office. Yeah, he's trying to send this stuff to everybody. I think it's actually brilliant, regardless of, like, I'm thinking, man, how would I play this? Like, regardless if I give it a positive review or if I shit all over it, like, he wins. He absolutely wins because he's getting the exposure. So it doesn't really matter what I have to say about it. But I can't imagine it would be all that good. Like, from the sounds of it, it sounds absolutely horrible. Wearing a sample of Queer de Russie, good but a little bit baby powder for my taste. I don't remember that being powdery at all. I just I know it's very green. Powdery is not something that sticks out in my head. Bronze Age perfume. I took advantage of free international shipping from Premier. I bought 3 of an item and they only had 2. They upgraded to more expensive items free of charge. Wow. Has anyone else ordered anything from Premier? I'm gonna try and bother them for a Whack Pack coupon code, and I think if we can get enough, if I can get enough feedback here, we might have, a little bit of a leg to stand on. That's right, Lyndon. We can't be friends with Jeremy because he's just not a Guerlain or Hermes or Chanel. Jeremy never talks about Frederic. I'm not surprised. That's not really in his wheelhouse, and it's just over his head. So this is my scent of the day. I mean, my scent of the night. My scent of the day was Guerlain Queer Intense. Came home, I took a shower, and I went to my mom's, and I am wearing, this is The Night, which actually isn't as poopy on skin as I thought it would be. Like, after the first time I smelled it, was absolutely like barnyard skanky filth, but it's actually quite pleasant. At least to me, I enjoy it quite a bit. And I've worn it quite a bit. I'm not sure, like, if you can see there. It's not really a good reference, but I've worn. I went 6 sprays today, which is a lot. Oud is Paulo Gomez saying oud is the worst note ever, and I agree with you, Paulo. You know what's interesting? So the oud that is being used in here, I'm not familiar with this at all. Like, when I wear this, I'm like, okay, where's the oud? Because this doesn't smell like anything that I'm used to. Like, so the Western ouds that we're getting out here, I'm not getting that dry, woody, screechy, synthetic. Nor I know what you said. I'm playing with you, and this just smells like, miles and miles and miles ahead of the typical Western oud. And I don't know. It's just it is quite balmy, and it's dry and resinous, and yeah, I'm getting the poop now. Yeah, sorry, I spoke too soon. It's almost like Right now, it just kind of reminded me of a poopy diaper, like when your kid's been in a poopy diaper for uh 2 or 3 hours and you haven't changed them. What am I gonna wear for Christmas? I think I'm gonna wear a noir piece for Christmas. And I've worn that damn, it's gotta be at least, 3 or 4 times I've worn that for Christmas. I just got a new 100 ml bottle of noir piece. I wear Arabi. Man, Arabi is really sweet, eh? With the dry fruits, and I wanted to like Arabi so much, but it's just so sweet to me. Catherine, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Roger Dove. I like that. Doesn't know the pronunciation of his own first name. Yeah, Roger. I guess Roger changed his name. Just it's got to be for marketing. I don't know the exact reason, but Roja Dove does sound a lot better than British Roger, Roger. But so I got a. This is Musk Ravageur, and I must have purchased this in. God, it's got to be 2014 or earlier, 2013. And on the back, it says 84.5% volume. And I'm guessing that's alcohol volume. And here is a bottle from this year. I purchased this year. I don't know what the code is, but I can't even see the volume here. It says 79% volume. So I'm guessing that's alcohol. So that would be less alcohol in here. Does that mean it would have a more concentration of oils? But I can't. So, obviously something's changed. The concentration of oils, or I don't know, the alcohol, but I don't notice a huge difference. I notice more of a difference in my port. I've got portrait in both a 50 ml bottle from about 2013, 2014, and a portrait current bottle. And the alcohol percent, or the percentages, I think it's only 1% difference, but I notice more of a difference in portrait than I do in Musk. And here is a bottle of Noir Peace. And this one's 80% volume. And I just got this. This was a tester that I got for dirt cheap. And this is like just a couple weeks ago. And this is also 80%. So I'm guessing nothing here has changed. And I'm happy about that. Adriano saying he's got a bottle from 2017. What's the concentration on the back, Adriano? So my 2014 bottle is 84.5%. See, I never found Musk Ravageur animalic. Like, it's got this furriness to it, and see, when I wear it in the summer, it feels different to me than when I wear it in the winter. When I wear it in the summer, which I really love in the warm weather, I get more vanilla than musk. But when I wear it in the winter, it's all musk and no vanilla. I love horse shit. Ooh, dude, what's your wife gonna say when all you smell like is shit? Don't care for Musk Ravageur. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people aren't crazy for Musk Ravageur, and I get that. It's not for everybody. I don't think it's dirty or skanky or. See, yeah, my new one's 79%. And it's not bad. Like, I don't think it's a bad uh concentration. I don't think it's a bad formula. It works really well for me. But I did pick up the body oil. I'm obsessed with, let me grab the body oil. Okay. You guys like the sweater I got? This was sent to me by a friend, a viewer, and I think it was after he watched How Fake is Frag. What's the video called? How Fake is Fragcom? I think he thought maybe I've gone off the rails, but I'm wearing Diaghilev now in its full body. See, I went to that discount shop today and I had the Diaghilev in my hands and I was like, man, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? I didn't end up getting it. Fuck. Maybe I'll go back tomorrow. I don't know, but I did get up. I did get a couple of things. I got my mom something and I got something for my niece. So for the last 2 Christmases, I got my mom Le Petit Robe Noir because she loves it and she's finished the bottle every year. But for Christmas, I got my mom this Mon Guerlain. I don't think she's ever smelt it, but I think she'll like it. I love this. I love Mon Guerlain. And I love, like, when it first came out, everybody was like, all the perfumistae were like, oh, no, it's too sweet. It's not Guerlain. No, like, they fucked up Guerlain. And now everybody's, like, riding on the coattails. I think one of the concentrations won a category on Fragrantica. And then I got this for my niece, Ariana Grande Cloud. And it's actually quite good for what it is. They had a tester, then I sprayed on my hand, and it's a pretty good dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, which I really like. So, and it was this was quite affordable. And she got the some kind of creams here, but I think she'll like that. And it was a lot easier for me to pick that up for her than something, you know, clothes or whatever. But all right, so let's see. All right, so Adrian, on the back of the label, it should have an alcohol content. It should say volume percentage. I don't really care about the batch code, but right here on the back of the bottle, it should see this one here says 84.5% volume, and this is my 2013-ish bottle. But here's the this is the body and hair oil, and this stuff is fantastic. That's 200 ml, and I wear it every day since I've gotten it. And I put about 4 to 5 little drops in my hand, kind of mix it up, and I put it all over my face and my neck, around the eyes, and I go to work. And I can literally, it's obviously not as concentrated as a EDP, but I go to work and I can smell it on me like for the entire day, 10 hours like into my shift, and I'm still getting light wafts here and there. So that's really good. This is my favorite Musk Ravageur body product by far. I got the body butter, which is nice. It's good. I'm not obsessed with it like I am the oil. This is good. And I also got, this is the shower cream, and this is pure garbage. I don't care for this. It's just really milky, and it doesn't lather up, and it doesn't do a whole lot for me. But what shower cream I really like is, this is the body wash Vetiver Extraordinaire. I got this. This is amazing. This is actually better than the perfume. Unfortunately, it's so short-lived, like, 5 minute, you lather up and you wash off after 5 minutes, but it's worth every single penny. It's just pure luxury, right? So unnecessary, but if you've got the funds, I highly recommend this. It just pops off the skin in the shower. It's amazing. I love it. But this is trash. This is not worth. I wouldn't pay $10 for this. But this this is worth every fucking penny for me. What else did I get? I've got, this is Musk Ravageur hair mist, which is, it's almost a different concentration of Musk Ravageur, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. I've worn this twice, and I was like, okay, this is not bad. I would buy this again. It doesn't smell exactly like Musk Ravageur, so it's like a different version of MR. And I got this today. This is Will L'Huile. Can somebody say that? So it's Oil Orient, and it's just a massage oil. They've got, so these were blind. I have nowhere to test these. 250 ml exclusive bottles, and it's they've got this, they've got rose, they've got vanilla, and they've got jasmine. And I just randomly picked this one, but I talked to somebody and they said this one's quite good, much better than the others. What's going on? I'm talking about pedophiles here. What's going on with that? Do I like Chanel? I love Chanel 22. It's gorgeous. No, I didn't use this on George Saharoff, you sick fuck. Do I like Bellamy or Bellamy Vetiver more? You know what? I think I like the Vetiver a bit more. Is Guerlain Musk Noble any? I wouldn't vouch for Musk Noble. It's okay. Bro haircut. I got a bro haircut, dude. Let's see your haircut, man. Put your haircut online. Let's have a jab at that. The Mull Hard Mill soaps are excellent. I haven't tried them yet. What's up, Clifton? So, Adriana, you got the older bottle Musk, and you say it's quite weak. I'm not sure. What price would you deem? Oh, that's a good question. If I like something, I don't know. I've spent a lot on stuff I've never even smelled, so I'm probably the wrong guy to ask. This obsession runs a little bit hard in my blood. But I've been thinking hard about going 2020 without making any purchases, and I don't know if that's going to be possible, but it's something that I'm seriously contemplating, just because I've got so much stuff that I do really like, and I just kind of want to enjoy it without having to chase stuff. And oftentimes I'm just kind of chasing stuff because I'm bored. Have I tried the French Lover personal lube? I didn't know there was such a thing. Impossible. You might be right, Rich Mitch. I don't know. But you know what? Nothing's really impossible if you set your mind to something. I think it's not an impossible goal. Um, kind of, I'll tell you guys my issue, and part of what makes the addiction hard to break for me is, and I've been thinking like, it's something that I'm obviously obsessed with thinking. I'm thinking all the time. My brain's always in thought instead of being in the present moment. My brain is always spinning. And while I'm at work and I don't want to be there, but I have to, I'm thinking, what would make me happy right now in this present moment? And it's the answer is usually to go buy a perfume. That would make me happy, to take away from the pain of being at work, even though it's not really painful. It's just, in my head. But if I were to replace that, like, I have another thought, like, you know what? I'm at work and I have this really cool party to go to on Saturday, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting and I can't wait. There's something else that can kind of stimulate me. So it takes the perfume buying aspect out of the picture. So I'm just trying to replace work with something that's going to make me happy. And because perfume is my go-to, that's usually where I end up going. But you can really replace perfume with anything. You can replace, as an addiction for sex or alcohol or drugs or food. Eating. People are addicted to other people. That's the biggest addiction that I've heard of. Like, people are literally addicted to other people. People are addicted to thoughts, like I am. I'm always thinking, thinking shit, and thoughts just grow bigger and bigger and larger and chaotic, and they just kind of snowball. But yeah, we're just kind of medicating. It's just something that I got to pay closer attention to. So if I can replace those thoughts of buying perfume with something else that is stimulating, like, going to the gym or finding an activity that I really enjoy. Like, I've taken up meditating and I really love it. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with meditating, and I'll sit here every day, at least once a day for 45 minutes. I'll set my timer and I'll set some background music and I'll just clear my head. And that helps a lot. It helps relieving the negative thoughts, and it helps being in the present moment. I don't know. I'm not a samples guy. I like my bottles. If there's something that I love, a sample just doesn't satisfy my craving. Try gardening or cleaning shoes. Man, I love the outdoors, but I don't have a green thumb. Go to the gym. I like the treadmill. I love the treadmill. I love the high that it gives me. But that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. But people are obsessed with the gym as well, right? It's an addiction with their self-image. It's starting to get really warm in here, and the night is heating up on my body, and I'm starting to smell like a diaper. You got a garden coach, Atherilus. What's up, Galen? So the funny thing is, my father is one of the most serialist gardeners I've ever met in my life. That guy can, he can plant a penny and a money tree will grow. What's up, High Cap? Um, so he grows all kinds of shit. He's obsessed with his roses. He's obsessed with geraniums. But not only that, but growing up, he was a farmer, and his father pulled him out of school in grade 3, and they were farming watermelon. They were farming, damn. I know they were doing watermelon. My mom's parents were doing tobacco. And then I think they were also doing bees, like they were growing honey. So they came from a farming background. But here, in Toronto, my father's garden is insane. He grows lettuce, he grows carrots, they grow beans, they grow tomatoes, they grow like this collard plant. I'm not sure, cabbage or something. They grow cabbage and some kind of collard. I don't know. So you come, he fertilizes the backyard. He gets this dump truck to come every spring, and it's like manure and fertilizer. And he spends a couple of days hauling it to the back. It's insane. Yeah, Frankie Rollins. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start layering to kill boredom. Everyone has an obsession in some way. Yeah, we all have our own interests to keep us occupied. Somehow for me, I was able to stay off of drugs. I was able to stay off alcohol, and all those other, I guess as an addiction, we look at perfume and it doesn't look like it's something that hurts. It doesn't physically harm us, right? But it's still an obsession. It's still an addiction that, we're constantly thinking about. And although it doesn't hurt us physically, there's still something more to it. We're still burying something. There's something that we're hiding. Yeah, that's right. Hi, Cat. What's up, Leo? Leo Kurdian, my Guerlain lover. Try jujitsu. So I did jujitsu a bit. I trained Thai boxing for a good 5 years, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But I was much younger and agile, and I was more into sports. But now I'm aging, and my body's not the same, and I've slowed down. But I really like that mixed martial arts. But the problem is, with when I was doing that, there was a bunch of us at work that were kind of doing the same thing. So we'd start fighting at work for fun, And that would always be a problem. It would never get serious, but we'd start kickboxing, and then it'd start rolling on the ground, and we'd start banging into shit. My addictions hurt my pockets. Absolutely. I know what that feels like. And it's always like, all right, this will be it. This haul will be the last one. And then you get that haul, and you recoup that money, and you're like, all right, we're gonna have one more good go at this. Yeah, so that's it. What's next in the ideal line? Hopefully the ideal, if you're talking about the Guerlain ideal, hopefully that's going to be done with. And hopefully they'll start something new, because I'm getting a little bit tired of it, and I don't think there's anything new they can incorporate. How long does the buzz last after? By the time I get home, it definitely doesn't last more than 24 hours after a purchase. But there's been times I bought shit and I haven't like they would just sit here for months and I wouldn't open them. Do I like Equipage drink? I think it's an okay. I think it's a good fragrance. For me, it's very one seasonal. It's quite fresh. So maybe springtime. Any favorites in the ideal? I think there's quite a few that are good. The EDT is good. The EDP is good. Do I like M7? I think M7's a nice fragrance. It's very soft, and it's nothing what I thought it would be when I first smelled it. Papaya Papaya. Papaya is obsessed with Guerlain just as much as I am. Every time he sees something new, he'll send me a message on Instagram and he's like, "Hey, Poppy, check this out." I'll be like, "Whoa, I haven't heard of that." But apparently, a lot of Guerlain gets released in Russia before we even hear of it. What are you guys all gifting yourselves for Christmas? I know we're all selfish perfume lovers. I want to know what you guys all got yourself. What's my favorite Guerlain? Oh man, asking me what my favorite perfume or I don't know. It's. I'm not really attached to a favorite. I like a lot. My favorite, I like Lure Blue. I like Mitsuko. I like Jiki. Um, I don't know. My favorite is whichever one I happen to be wearing at that time. How's Guerlain Derby? It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's a green, spicy leather. Uh, some nice citruses in there. Uh, kind of fougere. It could be a number of genres, Derby. Do I like Jardin sur le? You know what? I haven't really studied all the Jardins. Like I need to go back and kind of like I don't know them enough to actually give you a comment. You got Promise today and you got a touch of Royal Oud from it. You mean Creed Royal Oud? I don't think there's any Oud in Promise. At least I don't get any, but smelling the night, like this right now, um, I probably wouldn't say there's any oud in here. So I don't think from all the ouds that I've smelt from Western perfumes, which are all synthetic, I can't say that I would say that I am not very familiar with authentic ouds. And that's, the best way I can put it. But smelling this the night, and if they're saying there's a lot of real oud in here, it's nothing like what I'm used to. So, smelling the Promise, I would say no, like the Western synthetic dry woody aroma chemicals that I'm familiar with, I don't get those in Promise. Now, if Promise is more like the night and there's some kind of real oud, I don't know. What's up, Bobby Orr? Yeah, Cormandel's great. It's so earthy. I feel like I'm outdoors and just smelling the earth when I wear it. And it's got this golden hue to it. I love it. Come on, Neil, man. It's all about the cellophane. It's all about that crackling, brand new cellophane, eh? That's what we're paying the money for is that cello, the crackle of the cello. Mark Rothschild bought a bottle of Monsieur. How do you like that? I can never decide if I love it or like it. Like, I'm not crazy about the opening of Monsieur. It's I don't like rum. I don't like boozy notes in perfume. They never really smell authentic to me. They don't smell natural, and I don't like the rum in Monsieur, but I love the dry down, that raspy patchouli. I like the dry leather in Monsieur. I like the vanilla. I like the amber. Um, it gets a little bit powdery, but the opening is so it's nuclear. I want to pick up a patchouli, maybe Tempo, maybe Coromandel. Well, if those are your choices, I definitely say Coromandel. Unboxing therapy. Yeah, maybe I'll just buy a roll of Cello from the dollar store and rewrap all my perfumes with them and unbox them. Yeah, Monsieur's got a nice tangerine note, but you know what? I pick up a shoe polish often, and it's usually in patchoulis or leathers. And if it's a combination of patchouli and leather, I they do sometimes come off like shoe polish to me. I agree with that. Yeah, Monsieur smells super synthetic. You know what? The first time I smelled Monsieur, I think I was with Chris. Yeah, we were together, and I just rolled my eyes in disgust. I was like, "This is what Frederic Malle has come to." I think Monsieur was the first release by Frederic Malle after the Estee Lauder takeover, and we were so excited to go smell it to see, what direction they were going to go, if they were going to sell out or whatever. And when we smelled it, we're like, "Oh my god, what the fuck have they done?" And it's just like, yeah. I kind of wrote them off. I was like, "Oh man, this is the direction. This is what we have to look forward to." But I got a sample, or did I buy a blind? I don't know if I got a sample or I bought a bottle. But I remember wearing it. I was like, "Okay, this is actually a lot better than what I had thought." Especially after it takes forever for that rum that it almost seems like there's a huge dose of norlimbinol in the top of that dry, woody, synthetic amber, which is absolutely disgusting. But once that passes, it's actually a really good fragrance. Ashton and I were hanging out in the Guerlain store on Oak Street for a while, talking about your favorite. Oh, does Chicago have a Guerlain boutique? I didn't know that. I miss the civet and vintage Musk Ravageur. See, I wish I got the civet. I hear people talking about smelling like um, a cinnamon bun in women's used panties. I can slightly see that, but to me, it's never been like raunch. Yeah, can anyone confirm Iris? I've heard some horror stories of Dior Home now smelling like Sauvage, like an Ambrox bomb. I haven't smelt it yet. They got bottles here in Toronto in the Bay, but they don't have any testers. And when I asked for a tester, the lady snapped at me. I was like, "Oh God, go away." She was horribly miserable. I just walked away, but I'm really curious to see what they've done with it. Love stinky undies. I love stinky undies too, man. I love smelly perfumes. I mean, I wouldn't want to smell like my underwear, but like a hot woman's undies, yeah. Rolled up in the cinnamon bun, I'm down. Neil, yeah, that's actually what Musk Ravageur is supposed to smell like, according to some people, is woman's panties rolled up in a cinnamon bun. I saw somebody released another favorite compliment video today. Most most compliments of 2019 or something like that. I think it was Beef Curtains that left that comment on my video. Beef, what was the title of that video? So cringe. I wonder what that's all about. Like, yeah, buying my girl panties as a gift to myself. Yeah, totally. Like, yeah, it's selfish too, eh? It's like buying yourself perfume almost. But it's almost midnight here and I got to be up in 4 hours. And I haven't decided if I'm going to go to work or not, but I really don't want to go. Top. When am I going to release my top? You know what? None of my fragrances have ever, and I've been like wearing fragrances every single day for the past 10 years steady, and not one has ever removed a panty. Like the fragrance itself. I removed lots of panties, but my fragrance is never the reason. So that's it, really. It's such a clickbait time. But why do you, Kurt, like Beef? Why do you think he has that? Like, there is that need for that call to attention with such goofy topics by self-professed connoisseurs. Like, why do you need to go that route? Why not something a little bit more? I don't know, mindful. Call in and say your Frederic Malle cap broke and I can't come to work. Yeah, I gotta take it to the walk-in clinic. That'd be quite funny. I've actually got a super, a fantastic supervisor. Actually, all my supervisors have been really good, but the supervisor that I work for, I know he watches my channel and he watches it with interest, and he'll sometimes come in and comment on some of my videos. And I can see his taste has definitely improved in fragrance over the last few years. But he's a super cool guy, and he's picked up a lot of excitement for the hobby in the last few years. Compliment videos get a lot of views. Yeah, no doubt. There's obviously um, compliments and I see top 10 best lists all the time. Um, oh God, I saw some goofy shit the other day recently. It was like best fragrance for men on their honeymoon or something like that. Yeah, top 10 comments would be cool. That's new and interesting. And fucking Whack Pack leave a lot of dumb comments. I hardly delete any, unless it's like absolute savage. I will hardly delete anything, but I do get a lot of interesting a lot of people ask about my sexuality for some reason. I don't know. Like, I thought it was quite clear, but obviously not. So I'm just guessing it's somebody coming randomly on that's not familiar with my channel. What are you guys all wearing? What fragrance do I find most personally contemplative? God, I gotta Google contemplative. Um, Somebody asked me a really similar question the other day, and perfumes that really motivate me or inspire me. I kind of told them Eau de Hermes, Mitsuko, um, Caron's Third Man is gorgeous. Lure Blue. What else? A lot of the Guerlain classics are, you can just wear those and forget about everything else pretty much. Jiki, Shalimar, Nahima, Vetiver, Shamad. And that's just the women's. The Samsara is gorgeous as well. Uh, Abbé Rouge, Derby, Lupin, the men's Shamad. And even like a lot of the Chanel exclusives, Bois d'Ile, Sycamore. Is Lure Blue too for me? Yeah, it could be a bit powdery, floral. I don't really care for that. I mean, if you can wear Dior Homme, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to pull off Lure Bleu. I mean, they don't smell alike, but they do similar things. I think Portrait of a Lady is more feminine than Lure Bleu. Some Mark's wearing Portrait of a Lady here. But I mean, that won't stop me from wearing it. What's the difference between Vetiver and Vetiver 2000? I've never smelt vintage Vetiver, but the 2000, the rib bottle it's fantastic, as is the Habit Rouge bottle. It's it's a fantastic fragrance, and there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Guerlain's not really known for screwing up their formulations. Brady finds Lupin Arsène pretty generic. Wow. I've never heard anyone say that before. I don't find it generic at all, like generic mass appealing. Not for me. It's very dry and floral. It's got a very bold violet note. It's very leathery, frankincense. But really stands out is that dryness. To me, it's so dry it makes my mouth pasty. Are you sure you're smelling the right thing? Lupin Arson. You're talking about the one with the purple perfume inside, right? There's Lupin and there's Voyou. Voyou, I think Voyou is way more generic than Dandy. Voyou comes in kind of the oak colored bottle. Lupin comes in the black framed bottle. Yeah, the Voyou. I would agree with you. To me, it's more generic than Lupin. I mean, it's not generic. It's still a nice fragrance, but it's more generic than Dandy. Everyone should try Vetiver. I agree. I think Vetiver is one of the greatest masculines ever created. It's so good. It can even be challenging at times, and it's not only I think one of the best vetiver perfumes, but it's also one of the best tobacco perfumes. And there's a lot of dry green tobacco in there. I don't wear Coriolan a whole lot because my bottle's gone off. I almost feel like it's soured. It's gone bad, so I don't wear it. Well, yeah, a lot of the new vetivers today. I mean, Guerlain Vetiver came out what in the '60s, so We're talking almost 60 years that other brands have had time to catch up, and technology's changed in the last 60 years. Grey Vetiver does suck. It's fucking horrible. It is one of the worst fragrances ever. It's so overrated. I mean, for me anyway, it gives me a migraine. There's just something in it that fucking drills me in the side of the head. Bois Studio is good. It's Bois Studio is the old Songe d'un Bois d'été. So we're having an argument here about gray. I'm not a fan of gray vetiver. I don't care for it. It's a little bit too sharp for my liking. I'd much prefer to smell it on someone else than for me to have to endure it for 10 hours. So, beef curtains, if we were working together, I wouldn't mind smelling on you, but it's not something I want on me for the whole day. We don't have Armand Jane here. I don't know. Like, we don't have a supplier or a retailer. Maybe in Montreal, I heard, but not in Toronto. We don't have Roja Dove here either, retail. We have it on discount, which is hilarious. I can get Roja discounted down the street, but I can't go in and find a retail and with tester bottles. I gotta agree. Grey Vetiver's horrible. I'm not a fan. They're already discontinuing perfumes that aren't even 2 years old, eh? Anthracite. Didn't know that. Ferrari Essence Oud is trash. Aren't all Ferrari fragrances trash? I wonder what fragrance Trudeau wears. I wonder too. I bet you I know. I bet you he wears something like this. Ariana Grande, which isn't a bad fragrance at all. How is the new one doing? Metallic or something? Tom Ford Metallica? Metallique? Or I don't know. Is that what it's called? What is wrong with Grey Vetter? I don't wear it. It's too. I don't think it's sophisticated. It's a nice office scent. I think it's clean. I don't think it's overly old man-ish. I don't think it's very interesting though. I can't imagine Trudeau wearing Songe. But I'd be quite curious to know. Do you like Creed Viking? I've never worn Creed Viking. I've smelled it on a blotter and I thought it was okay. Um, if I had to pick one Creed, I might pick. I might pick Viking. I don't know what else I can show you guys. That's interesting. Um, all right, so perfumes you've enjoyed the most this year. I was thinking of doing a video on that, but we might as well just talk about it now because I'm still not ready for bed. Uh, so a couple of perfumes that I've really gotten to know and enjoy this year. So I think the one I've enjoyed the most is Boy Chanel, and we've just gotten to know each other really well, and it works for me. I think it's a beautiful fougere. One thing, if I could change anything about Boy Chanel, so they kind of wanted to make it very unisex for both men and women. And for fougere, they took out that leathery clove note and replaced it with a rosy geranium just to make it less masculine and more feminine. So I think if they, They didn't do that. If they left that leathery clove, it would be like one of the greatest fougères ever. Catherine, it's honestly my most worn exclusive. I'm like literally obsessed with it. I think I wear it more than Coromandel and more than Cuir de Russie. The only Chanel exclusive not in my collection is Gardenia. And it's not that I have anything against Gardenia. I don't own it. Boy lasts all day on me, like literally all day. I wear it to work, and from the moment I get there till the moment I go home, I can smell it. And it's got this beautiful vanillic coumarin base that smells, so natural, even though coumarin is not. Discovery of the year. Hmm. Good question. Discovery. Another fragrance that's really, I've really excited about for this in 2019 was Vetiver Extraordinaire. I like fell in love with Vetiver. There's two, so Boy and Vetiver Extraordinaire, which I'm obsessed with as well. Let me have a quick peek. So literally in the last 2 months, I've worn nothing but Frederic Malle. Like I'm not even kidding you, but this I've become obsessed with, and I think this is a little bit more like it's similar to a French Lover Bois d'Orage, but that's kind of like the bad boy. I find Bois d'Orage is the bad boy on the motorcycle, and Vetiver Extraordinaire is more the guy going to work in a tweed jacket. The grown-up version of Bois of French Lover, and I love this. Like just a little bit more than French Lover. So I got to say, this and Boy, it really like we've meshed nicely this year. There's not a single Parfum de Marley I want to own or even discounted. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't have a whole lot of interest. Do I find Carnal Flower sexual? Good question. I know what you mean. Like the word carnal is kind of like erotic, and I don't find it sexual. No, I don't find it. I like it. I don't wear it very often, but I remember wearing it one time years ago, and one of my coworkers came over and said, "Man, you smell like rich. You smell like money, whatever it is you're wearing." I agree. It is a very rich and thick and indolic perfume. It reminds me of when you go to the florist and put your head inside of the florist's fridge. It's got this refreshing aspect to it, and you can pick up like it's just this like huge aroma of florals. It's got some greenness in there. It's got this white milky tuberose. It's very meaty. No pause. Wow. What's up, dirtbag? Serapio's drunk. Oh, so this should be interesting. I smelt Pinot Silvestre, the other day. I had to give it a whirl. And I don't know how you can wear that every day, dude. Next Roja purchase. Honestly, I think about Diaghilev. Like it's on my mind every single day. What would Alex Ovechkin wear on the ice? He's probably a smelly fuck that just smells like armpits. Like he's a hockey player. Hockey players are gross. They smell like stale equipment. You ever smell like used equipment? You should know, Bobby O. That stuff's nasty. Rich Mitch is also he's already counting his next 5 purchases. I just finished my mall collection, the other day. I made a small order and I've completely finished my entire collection. I even found a bottle of Musk Ravageur Punk Addiction. Wow, you see that? Uh, the Punk limited edition. I had a friend order a bottle for me from is it S24, and it went a couple of weeks, and they finally messaged him and they canceled his order for whatever reason. So that kind of went flat. And I was like, damn, how the fuck can I get this? So I called the Frederic Malle boutique in New York. I was like, do you guys ship to Canada? And the lady's like, no, we don't. But if you have an American address, we'll ship to it. So I had it shipped to an American friend, and hopefully it'll be here within a couple of weeks. But it's the exact same Musk Ravageur, just it's a punk edition. I also got the Sal. I don't know how to say it. Salgoss, which is I think it's a designer collaboration, kind of like Dries and Superstitious. Can't believe Duchafour hit him with a Baccarat 540 clone. What's that all about? Is that what Navitus is? Is a clone house? Clonatus. Wow. You guys are evil. I haven't tried Creation Ears Scandal. I really want to. I think I'm just gonna go and get that Diaghilev and get it over with because it's only a matter of time. Or we're kind of all over the place here. Would I like to interview Roja? Why not, man? If I can have him here on the sofa, I mean, I wouldn't go out to New York for it, but Roja makes some good perfumes, man. There's no denying him. And I was under the impression, like a lot of you guys, I was biased and was judging, and that was all without ever trying his stuff. But it's only fair to say, like after wearing it, they're damn good. Like they're really, really good. At least the ones that I've tried. I can't deny him that it might be a copy, it might be a clone, it might call it whatever you want, but it's good and it's smooth as fuck. See, everyone here is in love with Diaghilev, but I haven't worn enough. Like Mitsuko X-Ray, it's amazing, and I haven't worn Diaghilev to compare them. Do you get an oldish man vibe? Well, I mean, if you smelt Bellamy, you basically know what um, fetish smells like. Does Bellamy have an old man vibe? I would say, yeah, a little bit. It's not a modern perfume. It's from the what is it, the 80s? So yeah, it's we're in a different time. I don't want to enter that Roja, that price stratosphere, you know. That's a whole new world. I'm really comfortable with my Chanel's and Guerlains and Mulls and Hermes, but you know, fuck, damn me if I'm gonna start collecting Rojas. This is gonna be another problem. Yeah, they are a lot of money, and that might be like a good reason to avoid that house. But yeah, you're right. It's not fair to compare a $700 perfume with a $150 one. Did I say so Serapio, we talked about this earlier, and Zaharoff Pour Homme was a lot better than I expected. Like I wasn't sure what you know what I was coming into, but um after the opening had this little bit of fresh vibe and sweetness. I didn't like the sweetness, but afterward, like after that quickly, you know, it disappeared and it turned into a very interesting fragrance. It was dry, it was leathery, it was resinous. I thought it was a well done perfume. Um, I haven't really worn it to give you a proper assessment, but like I said earlier, it would be one of the more interesting things if it were at a Macy's counter. Let's put it at that. But um as far as Zaharoff goes, man, I had a fucking blast with this dude. He sat here for, you know, we sat here for 4 hours and just talking about life and experiences and perfumes and his his designer, you know, his business. Man, that dude's, you know, he's seen the world 10 times over and he's got a lot of experience and I got a lot of respect for that dude. And I'd like to support, you know, that guy. I feel him, man. I like the dude. That was the craftsmanship. It was quite good. The craftsmanship of Zaharoff Perhom was quite good. It smelled nice and compact. No, we just got the two videos. We recorded, you know, and they're both live. And so here's the thing. I've got a weekend free in February. And I contacted him and I was like, "Hey, you know, like I had such a good time. We should get hook up and do some things. And I've got this weekend free in February." And got in touch with Ashton and I think even Miami Cuddles. And we said, "Let's get together." And now all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but uh, I see George is here, but I'm a little bit pissed off with him because this has gone from, you know, George, me, and Ashton meeting to all of a sudden there's going to be a bunch of influencers coming, and honestly I've lost like complete interest. Nothing, you know, and this has got nothing to do with anyone else, but it's like, I don't know if I really want to be a part of that. Um, but if it was like the original idea of just George and Miami Cuddles and Ashton and myself, I'd be totally down with that. But um, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. And I talked to George about this. Like, he knows how I feel. But yeah, are we talking? Yeah, we're talking about you. What are you going to do about it? I don't know who's gonna be there. Like I kind of heard some whispers, but I'm imagining it's gonna be, there's still some time till February, so it's gonna be even um there'll be even more people than I had expected. George, are you driving to Atlanta and watching us on the live stream? I want to see Serapio on this sofa. I want to start having people on the sofa, and I want to see Serapio here. Who else? Who else do you guys want to see on the sofa? Who can we get here? So I Christo and I have had a lot of plans for starting a third channel, and the longer that actually takes, I think Christo loses interest. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that channel, but it does include, a little bit of investment, both monetary and time wise. Um, but unless that does transpire, I'm just going to keep doing my own thing here. I use casting couch. Yeah, but no strippers, okay? This isn't a porn studio. But like I was saying, if there's any creators out there, content creators, YouTubers, or perfume creators, or just, fans of perfume in general, just get a hold of me somehow, and we'll have you here in the sofa and we'll do something. Serapio, you dirty dog. Well, we haven't really created a channel yet, and we've come up with some names for no, we've come up with some ideas, but I mean, once it does, if it ever gets off the ground, we'll let you know. We'll let you guys know. All right, so maybe we'll just cut it short here. 12:30. I got to be up at 4. Serapi, are you from Toronto? Zaharov, I'm always in the dark. Like, this is what my place looks like all the time. I've got one lamp on, and I've got the Christmas tree lit up. So this is how I usually see. I don't like the lights, and I don't even have the TV on half the time. I don't know who Sasha is, but she's obviously a sales assistant for Killian, and she must be in Toronto, because if he's talking about Charlotte and Sasha, but I'm gonna ask around. Uh, George actually, you know what? He mentioned something about a future project he has in the works, and it was like I was just so fucking mind blown, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything because I haven't heard anything about it publicly. But if it does get off the ground, I want to be part of it so bad because it sounds like really amazing. And oh, I can't say anything. That's unfortunate. But honestly, I want you to, I want you to consider me. Yeah, Ashton's always welcome to come over. We've kind of patched things up since my video. And I talk to him quite often, just face to face on like this. And he's a super cool, down to earth guy. Flint. Are you Brady in Flint? I thought you were in Calgary. You know what? I didn't even realize George was in a pajama when he came over. All I saw were these Hermes logos all over the damn thing. It took me it took me a while to figure out he was wearing a pajama, but it was quite funny. Like, here's this dude strolling up into my house in a fucking pajama. Yeah, the videos will be back on soon. Only four logos, eh? The fucking pajama's probably worth more than my entire wardrobe. I didn't get the whole sub meme. It took me forever. Serapio, it took me forever to figure out the whole sub meme. Like, I kept seeing it, but I never really put much thought into it. So I just like subconsciously keep scrolling, and then one day it hit me, and I fucking pissed my pants. Max is buying subs, and then he has like these Subway sandwiches scrolling past the back of his head. Hilarious. Fucking dirtbags. I just heard some interesting things about 4-0 and about why PDM pulled out of his event. And it was because he was selling their perfumes discounted. So he was undercutting the brand, and the owner got really upset and pulled out of the event. That's what I heard. I don't know. They might have been there for all I know, but he is obsessed with dicks. Yeah, Stumptown's always he's always welcome here. We're thinking of doing the first one in Chicago, but it seems like it's turned into this influencer meetup, which I'm not really interested in, to be honest. But we just might have to reschedule. I don't know. Saharoff, what perfume do you wear, like, other than your own stuff? Tell me. I want to know. Like, what do you wear? Do you wear Hermes? Are we friends, Zaharoff? Do you wear Chanel? Guerlain Heritage. That's a good one. I'm wearing Guerlain. Are we friends? Yeah, we're friends. Of course we're friends, man. Don't ever take anything that I'm saying serious, eh? It's just me fucking around, spewing my ideology on distracted people that have nothing better to do than watch goofy fragrance videos on YouTube. You're all fucking distracted. Go do something inspiring with your lives. Do something meaningful. What would you all be doing if you didn't have perfumes to distract you? What would you all be doing? What is perfume distracting you guys from? You should probably wrap some. That's a good idea. I've got a ton of presents that I could be wrapping. It helps with my chronic depression. You know what? It probably puts you in a bigger depression too, though. Um, drugs. So it's keeping you away from drugs. That's interesting. So that's probably a benefit to you. Man, you play video games? Porn. Wow, you guys are all sex addicts, eh? Shoes, prison, hookers. Yeah, that's all what I thought. Food, porn, masturbating. Yep. What else? Addicted to your cell phones, addicted to social media. Addicted to wasting time, really. The only other thing I really collected before, like when I was much younger, I used to collect CDs for some reason. I don't know why. When all the songs were on the fucking radio, I spend a ton of money on CDs. But when I was a kid, I used to collect hockey cards. I was obsessed with hockey and baseball cards. Like George Saharoff was saying at 20, he was flying to Italy and meeting with designers, and I was like, damn, what was I doing? I was jerking off and playing with hockey cards, like just so fucking distracted. And do you have a penis disability? Yeah, that's why I spray my balls. Brazilian midget porn. Most hated perfume, though. You know what? I don't like saffron. Saffron annoys me. Pink pepper annoys me. Pink pepper is very trendy. Is Roja a real perfumer? I don't know, but I doubt it. I didn't see Cubano's video today, but I'll watch it. I haven't seen it yet, no. But I started watching his live streams, and I gotta say, the guy is fucking hilarious, and he's witty as fuck, and he's fast. And I don't think you're gonna be able to get anything over him. If you went at him, he'd snap right back. And he's funny, and he's got this excitement of a young boy. He's like nothing can really seem to put him down, which I like a lot. He's got this passion and zest for life, which is really, I he was in the video, and I said something really nasty about him without even knowing him, and I feel horrible for that. But I've spoken to him since, and I hope that he realizes that you know how I really feel. I think he does. Yeah, he's pretty dope. He's really funny though. Who is this? So Max, what about him annoys you? Let's talk about this. Let's dig deep. Tell us, Max, how do you really feel? I'm all out of coffee. If we're gonna stay up later, I gotta make some fresh coffee. By the looks of it, I don't think I'm gonna be going to work. Um, so I'm gonna have to call my supervisor and tell him I broke a Frederic Malle cap. Yeah, he's really quick. I like that. He's witty and he's like right on top of it. And I watch his streams on Instagram, and he's driving and streaming at the same time in New York fucking city. Like I can't drive without falling asleep, let alone pulling off a stream. Best Buy for this year. All right, I have a list here of all my buys. Let me go through them. I mean, we got the time. It's the holidays, right? We're not working tomorrow. Well, some of us could be, but all right, let me find my list. I took a list. I have a huge binder at work. I was thinking of burning it, but it's a massive binder that I've held for the last 10 years. I keep all my notes in there. There you can see. Um, well, you can't see, but there's my notes. Okay, Best Buys. I'm not going to read all of them. So, Musk Noble, Bois Studio, Arson Mythique, 1957. Eau de Campagne is a really good spring fragrance. I bought DFM, which I kind of regret buying. I bought it simply, it was a blind buy simply because it was listed as a Jean Claude Elena, and I don't care for it much for an aldehydic floral. A Vol de Nuit EDP. I got that. Third Man is exceptional. Bois d'Arage, exceptional. African Leather, a piece of shit. I bought Bandit, which I'm like highly disappointed with Bandit after hearing like about legendary Bandit. It's got to be a really bad formulation because I felt nothing, like no emotion to it. New York Intense was a little bit of a disappointment for me. I picked that up this year. I found it very similar to Chanel's Pour Monsieur, which I prefer this Chanel, even though New York Intense is it's I can see the people why they like it. It's loud and it lasts all day and it's very present. While uh Pour Monsieur kind of it lurks and it comes out every so often. What do you want? What do you want, George? Hello, George. What do you want? Do I know Matt? I told him he looks like a Greek. What do you talk? What was your best? I told me you look like a Greek. What kind of perfume should Maul do next? I think he still owes us a proper rose and queer. Um, I don't really know what to expect from Frederic Malle next. That's a very good question. How about a fougere? Well, he's got music for a while, but it's not a real fougere. I'd love to see him do something similar to Third Man and Boy. Catherine, I got the fondue. I really like that. A nice chocolatey patchouli. I want to introduce you to Matt at Georgia Gent. He is a young. Okay, well, hello, Matt, young man. George likes young men. I get the feeling. George, do you like young men? Matt, do you have a sister? I want to try that cologne that smells like Gucci. Okay, so um, Queer Entente, that was on my list, my top five. I got Iris Poudre, which I really like. It's a nice, grand floral. It kind of reminds me of being at like this grand ball and a woman wearing this, this really nice gown. I picked up Black Orchid, which is, yeah, Prada Amber. Youth Dew, which is really good. I picked up Iris Ganoche. It was a blind buy, and I was really disappointed with Iris Ganoche. I picked up Hedi's vintage bottle, and it's absolutely stunning for, God, 1/5 the price of Iris Ganoche. It blows Iris Ganoche out of the water. Hedi's does. I picked up 24 Faubourg, which I absolutely love. Um, which is like supposed to be Princess Diana's signature scent. That's what they've said. I love that. Like, absolute. I think it's a fantastic. It's almost like a classic take on a floral. A lot of orange blossom, creamy white florals, and sandalwood. Gorgeous. Paris Riviera. I picked up the most modern version of Antaeus, the most modern version of Egoiste. I picked up a bottle of a Peace Marine, which I really like for a marine scent. Very spicy. It's got that nice cumin and rum accord. Rouge Hermes, I really liked. Rose and Queer Promise. Bois d'Encens from Armani, I like that. The Moon, the Night. Let's go to the next page. Acqua di Gio Profumo. So I want to do something with that bottle. I want to kind of like, blow it up. And I was thinking, how am I going to, I don't know anything about dynamite or explosives, and I'm scared to Google that stuff because I don't want to be tracked by CSIS or ISIS or fucking FBI or whatever. But I got a nice flamethrower at work. I'm thinking of melting it or something. I don't know. Shoot it out of a catapult into a building or something. I want to do something pretty creative with it, but I just got to figure out how am I going to because a couple of people have asked me to smash bottles, and I think that's a brilliant idea. It's a little bit disrespectful, but Cuban gets me coming in my food anyway. Comme des Garçons Black is a very nice, masculine, spicy perfume. I really like black. And I got a bunch of other shit that you guys are all very familiar with. The Musk Ravageur oil is one. I don't know how long you guys have been around, but I'm loving this. Got this oil. It's absolutely fantastic. Fetish. I really like Fetish. I got Fetish. Are y'all sticking around? Should I make a coffee or are we going to bed? Like, what's the deal here? Yeah, can't find Comme des Garçons in Miami. It's so hard to find them here in Toronto. I don't know how the fuck they sell any perfumes when they don't retail anywhere. I got to find them all discounted or aftermarket or gray market or used or something. Recommend me a scent knowing only that Tam Dao is my favorite perfume. Well, if you like Tam Dao, why don't you just wear it? Like, I like Tam Dao a lot too. Have you tried also from Diptyque Eau Duel? I mean, they're not. Tam Dao is. Oh, maybe try Vetiver Extraordinaire. Tam Dao's got a lot of pencil shavings, almost like being in a woodworking shop. I like it. It's got incense. And Vetiver Extraordinaire is, they're not the same, but they've got a lot of similarities. Luca Turin dismisses Creation E as a lesser than. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's so interesting considering you can get Declaration for $40, but Declaration is a masterpiece. It is brilliant. It's like one of those perfumes you could say is um the best at its price range. You'd be hard to find something better than Declaration at that range. But I also think, Torrin has some kind of he's got some kind of beef with Roger Dove for whatever reason because he doesn't like any of his work. And that's just it. Like Torrin, like any blogger or YouTuber, it's just for entertainment or a reference. If you like so many things that he does and you want to reference a perfume, you can look him up in one of his guides and find out quickly what he likes. But it's just all we are is a reference. Yeah, Cartier Declaration. Let me find you a bottle. I don't know where my bottle went. Oh, here it is. So here's the bottle. It's very simple, but you see here the sprayer. So Cartier is really they're into watches, but the sprayer here is supposed to represent, kind of the windy thing on the watch. What's that called? Which is pretty cool. They've got it doesn't come with a cap, it just comes with this lock here. What's the windy thing called on a watch? Just the damn, that's gonna drive me nuts. Crown, that's right. I thought you were going to bed, Solus, but I like how they incorporated the crown in that sprayer. Really innovative. I like that. I like coffee, but I don't think there's any fragrances that I like with coffee in them. I haven't found one that I really like. I briefly smelt one of Kerosine's coffee fragrance, and I thought that was pretty good, but I haven't had the chance to wear it. Solace, go to sleep. You're being distracted. Paprika Brazil. I like Paprika Brazil, and it gets shit on all the time. I don't know why, but I think it's fantastic. Stephen Jones. I tried Stephen Jones once. Christo gave me a sample. I don't remember. I think it was a floral. I don't remember a whole lot. It must have been 3 or 4 years ago. This is really good. I mean, I haven't smelled Creation E, but this is brilliant. This is basically you're gonna find pieces of this in almost all of Elena's work. This is This is his masterpiece. And it's almost a shame that it comes in a Cartier bottle. Like, this should have been a Hermes. This should have been like Terre de Hermes, you know? This is that, oh, cumin cardamom bomb. Cedar, it's got that dry, spicy cedar resins, peppery, spicy. It's really dry, but really good. Fidelis by history. I think Fidelis is done by the same perfumer that did The Moon by Frederic Malle. And I've heard that they're supposed to be kind of similar. So Reinhold, have you tried The Moon? And can you clarify if they're similar? Because I've never tried any of those histoires. I haven't tried B yet. No, I haven't. I know Christo has the bottle, and we haven't had a chance to meet up, but he quite likes it. He says it's really interesting. All right, guys, go to sleep. I'm kind of a night owl, so looks like George is fucked off too. All those Hermes exclusives are excellent, but too weak. You know, they're very light and transparent and they're airy, but they seem to work for me. They last all day, and I don't have a problem with any of those not lasting. But I think that's kind of the whole appeal to them, and the art is he doesn't want to make anything obnoxious. It's more about art for him than coming down like a sledgehammer. I drank too many IPAs. So Osmanthus Yunnan. Ugh. It's very dry for me as well. Do a drunk cast, a live unboxing. Well, I'd have to pick up some IPAs, and I'd have to actually go to the discounter and get Diaghilev. But we can arrange to meet back here. But tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I don't know what I'll be doing. The new Telegramma sucks. I'm not very familiar with imaginary authors. I've only smelt one thing, and it was the vanilla perfume, whatever it's called. But it sucks. Why does it suck? I haven't liked one IA. Why not? What's wrong with them? Catherine likes I don't. I'm not a fan of obnoxiously loud perfumes. I don't know. I love soft, subtle, weightless perfumes, and even better, I love feminine, powdery perfumes. Any thoughts on Dawn? So I do see the similarities of Dawn with the Night, but the Dawn is a lot more subdued, and it's not as potent as the Night. Uh, it's a little bit drier and maybe more leathery. It's got a little bit of that barnyardiness, but it's definitely not anywhere near the potency of Night. You know, you like Montals. I got to smell red tobacco. It was interesting, but it was still really bad. Taxi for men. You like Serapio, you like shopping on the cheap shelf, eh? I don't have any Joe Malone perfume. I once bought bergamot and what's it called? Bergamot and myrrh or something. Bergamot and oud. No, myrrh and tonka. I think I bought myrrh and tonka once. I didn't open it and I returned it the next day. I agree about Joe Malone. What's going on, Patrick? Why did you know what? I bought it out of habit. I bought it out of habit of buying perfumes, and I knew I was never ever gonna wear it. Catherine kept her mouth shut when her husband bought her his first Joe Malone. Navitus Discovery set going for I'd pay $50 for that set. I might just buy it just to see what all the fuss is about. I am kind of curious myself, but all the things they're kind of compared to, I'm not familiar with. I saw one of them was supposed to be a knockoff of a Zerjoff. Is it Neo? Let me check my DMs. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I got. Um, so Navis is supposed to smell like Neo. Virtus is supposed to smell like red tobacco. Primus is supposed to be a combination of Aventus and Elysium or Aventus clone. Oud Luxuria is supposed to smell like Rose Oud Barnyard combo. Oud Imperium is Zerjoff Alexandria this 2. And Absolutio is supposed to smell like Oud for Greatness, which I'm not familiar with any of these. I've smelled red tobacco once. I had on my hand for God. It didn't even disappear with a shower. So I'm obviously I know what Aventus and Aventus clones smell like, but I don't know what a Alexandrius 2 smells like. I don't know what Oud for Greatness smells like. And Intimus, it just says smells like a designer frag. I heard Serapio is really Roja Dove, so you guys can just stop guessing. I'll tell you right now. I know Roja really he messaged me all the time and he told me that he's really Serapia. Initio are high end designers. I heard Memo's in a lot of trouble financially. They're not doing very well, and they're really they're really hoping for another hit like the Leathers, but they're independently owned, from what I understand. Cartier versus Hermes exclusive. The Cartier exclusives are quite good. The Ouds are excellent, I think. But from the Cartiers, I really like the leather, which is number 13. I like the fondue, which is the patchouli. I can't remember I can't remember which numbers correspond with which with perfumes. I have promise, which is number 1, which is the iris, and I'm not thrilled with it. Like for a Cartier exclusive, it smells a little bit too synthetic for me. But I prefer the Hermes exclusives more. Serapio Silva's Agnes Eva. Serapio, the people want to know. Patrick, did you bring Jackie with you? Where is Jackie? Is she still uploading? Office for Men is now $60. Is that true? Wow. Is that like a Christmas giveaway special? Yeah, I'd never pay retail for Parfum de Marly. I'd be hard pressed to pay discount for Parfum de Marly. It's just so uninteresting. I gotta get some water. I have no idea what any of these Parfum de Marly smell like. Like none whatsoever. Cuddles, I saw your video of squid. It was quite funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna kill this. But anyway, thanks for coming on. It's been 2 hours. 60. I can't believe there's still 60 of you guys. Do you guys not work? Are you guys all off for the holidays? 1 o'clock. But anyway, thanks for coming on. I'm gonna kill this and I don't know. Go lurk. Watch some YouTube myself. What's the candle? That's the Frederic Malle Christmas candle. Joyeux Noël. It's actually quite good. We miss Christo. I miss Christo too, but he's busy and he has a ton. He says he has like his days off are Monday and Tuesday, and he's got a ton of stuff to do, and it's hard. It's hard. He's got to take the bus here, and afterward, I don't want him to take the bus home, so we meet up, and then I drive him home, and then I got it. So I drive there 1 hour, and then I drive back 1 hour, so I lose 2 hours, right? And it's usually a long day. I don't get, I won't get home some nights till 11 or midnight. So it's kind of tough for us to meet up. But we try whenever we can. I know he likes doing this shit too. All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll talk to y'all soon, all right? Thanks for watching.